Hey, how's everybody doing? It's dyclif here, and welcome to Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals in NBA 2K12 between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. Again, we're back in the American Airlines Arena, and if you're asking why this video is a little bit shorter than the other ones, well, one main reason is because free throws in this game were happening a lot, and I didn't want to put them in because, essentially free throws are kind of boring to watch from like an entertainment standpoint. So, and first good play of the game there from Rondo to Bass. So I think I said that yesterday actually, or the day before yesterday, whenever this goes up. But instead of game 1, I said that. I think it's sort of like programmed to do that. I don't know. You don't ask me. But hopefully game 3 won't be like that. So, anyways, in this series we saw Game 1 go just about how it went Game 1 on 2K12, and for Boston, their main mission is to win at least one game in Miami for obvious reasons. So they can go home, feel good about themselves, and whatnot. So this video will probably go up directly after the game instead of Game 2, so it should be interesting to see how that one plays out, because I'm kind of expecting Boston to actually win this game, and the reason why is because they absolutely need to. You cannot go down 2-0. I'm pretty sure if whoever, the teams that go down 2-0 lose probably 89% of the time, and that's not a very good percentage. And I guess you can say that out west too, as the Spurs have opened up a 2-0 lead on the Thunder, and it's looking very bleak right now for them. So again, this is probably one of the most important games inside the series besides Game 5. I think Game 5 ultimately decides who's going to win, especially if it's a 2-2 split. Or, if it's a 3-1, obviously Game 5 might change the favor around. Maybe just there it is. So, Game 5 is a huge one. It's actually I would say it's the most important game besides, obviously, Game 7. And well, games just get more and more important as they go along. But if you had to pick one game to win besides Game 7, and if Game 6 wasn't elimination, then I'd pick Game 5. So, yeah, in game right now, the Celtics are on a bit of a run with Greg Steamsma in the game as well. And he was actually a pretty good pickup for Boston earlier into the season. I forgot where he came from, but he's a 26-year-old rookie from somewhere. But I'm not 100% sure on the location, so I'm not going to say it. So, inside his rookie debut, he had 6 blocked shots, and he was already getting compared to Bill Russell. But obviously, we don't need to jump ahead of ourselves here. He's a great pickup for them, and I think he can eventually start for the Boston Celtics if he grows the right way, because as it is now, he's a 7-footer. He's fundamentally sound. He's a pretty good shot blocker. I think he had 3 or 4 blocked shots since I've won Miami game this season already. So that's another thing. Boston doesn't have a lot of depth in their roster. So what I'm really looking for them to do is use what they got. Without Bradley, that's a key hit. But I know that the Celtics aren't playing really everyone like Marquise Daniels, but if they can get everyone going like Steamsma and Petrus, if they can get those 2 guys going along with the starting lineup, then the Celtics are an incredibly hard team to beat, especially into the offseason. And whenever we go back to their championship run, I look at a couple things from that roster and what they did. KG was up to par. All right, he was at the top of his game, not inside of his prime. I still think his prime was in Minnesota, but he was, on top of his game. Ray Allen, still past his prime, was on top of his game. Paul Pierce, on top of his game, past his prime, and they had Rondo just coming in, just learning the system and putting it to use. So now we have 3 players that are far past their prime and are almost up to par. Paul Pierce, he's been haggling around that 17-point mark, and just continuing to be on par with what he should be. KG is above par. He is excelling in every single way inside this postseason. So that's another thing. And Ray Allen, I know he's just coming off an injury, but they need him. They need him big time. And I think he hit either 1 or 2 3-pointers. And I said the key number was 3. He didn't hit 3. So obviously Boston can play with Miami because having, 30-some second quarter. I think it was 37 or 39. I don't know because the Spurs had a 39-point quarter in Game 1. So I'm just confused on that. And of course, on the other side, Dwayne Wade, if he's back to playing his 06 self, although in Game 1 he was shut down to an extent, he did not explode like he did against Indiana, and LeBron is just continuing to be LeBron. I mean, as long as Boston does not allow anybody to get in the paint, they can live with LeBron fading away and making a few shots. So I think live with that first and then see what you can do from there. But anyways, it's like a 3-point game right now inside of 2K, and Paul Pierce kicks it out to KG. They continue to go up by 5. Udonis Haslem, the mid-range cheeser, that's what he does. And they decided to foul, and I don't know why Boston did not get into the hands of Ray Allen, but instead they got into the hands of Rajon Rondo, and he splits a pair. And I didn't show the miss just for other purposes. James inside the post, falls down, makes the shot anyways. And again, they foul Rondo because they wanted to give it to the point guard. He is an improved shooter, though. So, I don't know. With Ray Allen shooting abysmal inside the game so far, and they're only down by 3 points. What are they going to do? Mario Chalmers just going to take a shot from 35, 34, something like that. Look at Eric Spoelstra's face. You can tell he's not happy. And that's pretty much going to run out the clock as Kevin Garnett sunk 2 free throws and to ice the game. So we'll see what happens in real life. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and as always, have a nice day.